Actually, I do have two more at home. My wife has
Live from our Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 15 years of local sports television, is proud to present Nevada Union Minor Football. Tonight, it's the battle of two undefeated teams as your Nevada Union Miners take on the undefeated Thundering Herd of Elk Grove. It's 2011 homecoming celebration, and all the football action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The undefeated Nevada Union Miners celebrate 2011 homecoming tonight. They'll look to finish up their non-league schedule with a perfect 5-0 record against the undefeated Thundering Herd from Elk Grove. It promises to be quite a battle. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. Jim Adams here, the voice of Nevada Union Minor Football. Alongside me, my friend and sidekick, Paul Brown, our producer-director, Inside Commander 2, Gil Dominguez, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team is in place and ready to go for this pivotal matchup.
And tonight, Jimmy, we got war, baby. This is going to be war. Two top teams in the section, both undefeated, both of them determined to stay undefeated. We're going to see a battle tonight.
For the Miners, they started off the season calling this the Redemption Tour after missing the playoffs for the first time in 14 seasons last year, and their perfect 4-0 record reflects the hard work that Dave Humphers and these band of warriors has really put in.
That's true, and for Elk Grove, this is just another great season unfolding for a program that's had a great long history of success.
And the similarities between these two squads do not end with just the record, Paul. Both teams run the wing T, although the Herd is more prone to the ground game, only passing 2 times last week, while Nevada Union has a more balanced attack.
That's true, and so the question is, can this NU football team's defense stop a powerful Herd's running game, which is averaging 386 yards a game and 57 points a game, Jim? I mean, they're just a juggernaut. They're going to take it down the field, and the NU offense needs to score on a defense, which has only allowed 14 points all season long. This is going to be a football game, Jim.
Well, and that's why it does not get much better than this. And on top of all of that, it's 2011 homecoming with all the pomp and circumstances surrounding our homecoming court at halftime. So, we have a full show for you tonight, whether you're watching on NC Comcast Channel 11 or Suddenlink 16, or perhaps on the web at nevadacountytv.org. Remember to join us every Saturday and Sunday at 8 o'clock for the latest football action. We've got a classic for you tonight. Nevada Union, Elk Grove, the battle of the undefeated, coming up next on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel, and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint, we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Welcome back to Art Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Another absolutely gorgeous night, Paul. We've had 5 straight weeks of gorgeous weather.
It's so true, Jimmy, and tonight is no exception. Tonight, the stars are out, and we're going to look at the standing now. Speaking of stars,
let's start with the SFL. Nevada Union at 4-0. Granite Bay 3-1, Wood Creek 3-1, Roseville 3-1, Del Oro 3-1, Rockland 2-2. But Paul, let's throw all of this out after this week, because you notice that column to the left that says 0-0. That's where the Miners are going to be able to make or break the playoffs, is right there in the 5 games of SFL action.
Absolutely true, but don't discount tonight. Tonight, as you've said, Jim, is the first true test that we'll see the Miners all season long. This Herd is something of a formidable team. They score a lot of points, and we can expect a real football game tonight.
Let's take a look, Paul, at the PVL standings.
Here's the PVL. Bear River, surprisingly, Jim, I don't think anybody would have said Bear River was going to be 4-0 after 4 weeks, but there they are right on top of the PVL. Colfax follows 3-0 along with Foothill, 3-1. Center at 2-1. There's our good Placer Hillman. They're at 2-1. Going to try and change that tonight. And then, of course, there's Lincoln at 1-3.
When we come back, we are going to preview this contest tonight. Both Elk Grove and Nevada Union, the battle of the undefeated. We'll be back in a moment. This is exclusive coverage of Nevada Union football on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Grass Valley Eye Care has been serving our community for over 10 years. Grass Valley Eye Care is the only optometrist offering evening appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Saturday appointments for your convenience. We carry a wide selection of frames, have an optical lab on site, and our new Vizio office machine is the latest technology in corrective lenses. So whether it's contact lenses, glasses, or complete eye care, let Grass Valley Eye Care assist you with all your vision needs.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. And, of course, by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for joining us tonight. And be sure to tune in every single week on NCTV, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and ACTV Channel 20 in Auburn. And, of course, around the world at NevadaCountyTV.org. Just click on live streaming or on demand. We're Touchdown Productions, making memories since 1997. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Gil. On paper, an incredible matchup here tonight between Nevada Union and the Thundering Grove of Elk Grove.
The Thundering Herd of Elk Grove.
That's right.
That's the one.
That's what I said. And for the Miners tonight, Paul, this is going to be a pretty good barometer of what kind of team both of these teams have.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jim. Let's talk a second about Elk Grove, the Thundering Herd. Coached by Chris Nixon, the Thundering Herd is 4-0 currently, like we talked about in the pregame. In the past 30 years, Elk Grove has had 26 winning seasons. Chris Nixon's been with them for 12 years, and Nixon went back to the wing tee offense, the same as the Miners run 2 seasons ago, because he just felt that the Herd wasn't scoring enough points. Well, he solved that problem. This year, they're averaging 57 points a game. Last week, they trounced Sheldon 51-7, and they did it with only 3 passes. Some significant players to keep an eye on. Stephen Moore, the 6'7" nationally recruited lineman, we'll watch for him. He will be in the lineup on defense. Also, Robert Frazier and Dijon Ransom have combined for 22 of the 32 rushing touchdowns that the Herd have scored this year. So it's a duo right there. There's big number 73 right there. Look at the size of that guy. He is 6'7", and he's got the recruiters just salivating. We'll watch him tonight. Last but not least, we have 2 brothers in the field, Noah and Joss, and we're going to say this all night long. It's Latelagasa Noah, and both of them will be playing defense at linebacker. So let's look for a very powerful team, a team with a powerful offensive line that likes to bully you at the offensive line and likes to run the ball right down your throat, Jim. That's what we're going to find.
So the Miners will have their hands full tonight, but it's also going to be a good barometer. Some of the people have said that perhaps Elk Grove has had a soft preseason, and this is their first real test. We're going to see if that plays out tonight. But Elk Grove, a very well-balanced team. They are good on the offensive line, a very strong O-line. That's why they hardly ever pass, because they are efficient with the run and also excellent on defense. So hard to find a flaw in that Elk Grove team. When we come back, we're going to talk about Nevada Union and break that down for tonight's contest. We'd like to remind you you're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
We got the very best sliced fresh reputation. Select meat and cheese and veggie celebration. Fresh baked bread is such a temptation to make Porter Subs your destination.
Make Porter Subs your destination for the rockin' classic turkey bacon avocado, tender butterball turkey, tasty bacon, fresh avocado, provolone cheese. You'll love this cold medium sandwich.
A deal of a meal that's an inspiration to make Porter Subs your destination.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Welcome to Grass Valley Glass, family owned and operated by the Stallman family since 1989. Grass Valley Glass is your local expert in the repair of single and dual pane windows. And don't forget about your auto, truck, or motorhome. Grass Valley Glass also offers same-day repair or replacement on all your auto glass needs, and we work with all insurance companies. Remember, if it's glass, it's Grass Valley Glass.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
And there is the coin toss right down there. We have some honorary people that are involved in it.
Reagan Centennial coin.
Hold on, stay outside.
Joining us for the commemorative coin flip tonight will be longtime super fans C.L. Carlson and Jim Black. For many years, C.L. and Jim have been an important part of Nevada Union football. They have been dedicated to never missing a practice, a game, or a team meal, or any activity relating to Nevada Union football. Jim was also a member of the Ohio State Buckeye football program under the guidance of Hall of Fame.
What's your election?
Tails.
Called Tails.
I'd like to recognize C.L. and Jim for being super fans of Nevada Union football.
Gentlemen, it is a tail. You call Tails, you won. Okay. Third.
So there is the coin toss. Elk Grove wins it and decides to defer. And so, and there you see CL with Gabe Humphers right there, two longtime pillars of the Nevada Union football program, CL Krausen, affectionately known as just CL, and Jim Black. They've been around the program, and there's CL right there. Both of them extremely involved. All of the events, you'll find CL there, and Jim's there at a lot of them too. But let's talk a little bit about this minor team tonight. They're going to have their hands full. Let's talk about a couple of absences tonight. Connor Keith again will be absent from running back of the Nevada Union play scheme tonight, and unfortunately Pat Chappell will also be missing tonight's contest. Filling in for Pat Chappell will be Alex Big Boy Sandoval, and so the Miners have those adjustments that they make. However, this is a very prepared team for this Thundering Herd, and they're confident that if they play their game, they should be able to prevail, and we'll break that down a little bit more in just a moment after we get to hear our national anthem under the direction of Rod Baggett. Our national anthem on offense tonight, we're going to preview them first here. Nate Dickinson again will be at running back, our number 3 star from last week's contest. And joining him will be Tanner Vallejo. So we're going to be able to see, I believe, a little bit more of Tanner tonight. Other than that, the scheme is the same. The Miners believe in the passing game they may have a slight advantage in that the practice squad or the defense for Elk Grove doesn't get to see that many passes. Elk Grove, as Paul mentioned, only passed 3 times last week. So we're going to see an offense very similar to what we saw in Monterey Trail, where 90%, 95% of the game was the running game. And we'll preview that when Elk Grove has the ball. Defense tonight is going to be a big test for the Miners. Paul mentioned how the season has started off in such a prolific manner for Elk Grove. So the Miners' defense is going to be well tested. And the corners may again have a little bit of a quiet time tonight, although time will tell. Miners will likely start off on offense. Gabe Humphers deep.
Looks like Hank offers with him.
And Hank on the left and Gabe on the right. And this is going to go Gabe's way. And Gabe's going to have it on a line drive. And now he's going to come straight up the middle and moves out to close to the 27-yard line.
You know, Jim, unusual that Gabe, normally they try to exchange a handoff or a fake handoff with every kickoff. They didn't do it that time. It was just a straight wedge blocking.
So that was interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out, whether that was by accident or by design. But for the Miners now on offense, Kyle Cota under center, Nate Dickinson in the backfield. Back to pass is Cota. He looks and he throws. Nice little completion, and that is Josiah Pay. Pay picks up about 7 yards on the play.
Deanne Ronson up to make the tackle, number 2. He is a senior, 170 pounds. We'll see a lot of him at defensive back and at running back.
Pay was our number 2 star of the week last week with some excellent numbers offensively and some good numbers defensively too. 2nd down and 4 for Nevada Union. Handoff up the middle, nice gain, that's a 1st down, and that is Nate Dickinson. Dickinson carries it to the 44-yard line of Nevada Union, where it will be a 1st and 10.
You know, Jim, Dickinson's done a really good job coming in for the injured Connor Keith. Keith is a strong back, but Dickinson, he's filled the backfield very nicely.
And here is Tanner Vallejo in the backfield for Nevada Union. No carries last week. Fakes, back to pass, now throws, incomplete. Throws behind his receiver, which was Connor Fuller.
I think it was Jake Hoffhines.
Yeah, Jake Hoffhines, excuse me. And Jake really didn't have a chance for that one, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Expect Tanner Vallejo to get more carries than he did last week. Of course, he got no carries last week, but I expect him to carry the ball a lot more, and there he goes on 2nd down for a very short gain.
Vallejo, we know him best as the defense as the middle linebacker, but he is a load, Jimmy. When they give him the football, he's punishing that defensive line. So we'll see how much they give him the ball tonight.
And a big 3rd down and 9 early on here. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. Now he's going to have to run, but he's not going to get the 1st down. He's going to come up 3 yards short. So Cota calls his own number with good coverage by the secondary of Elk Grove, and it's going to be a 4th down and 4 for the Miners, and they do not send on the punting squad.
And you know, Cota got a lot of the offensive line play that time. He had plenty of time to pass, but the defense came up so quickly and covered his receivers, he had nowhere to throw.
4th down, and on the left side, and I don't think that he made it.
I don't think so either. I think it was Humphers.
Vallejo with the carry there, and they turn over on downs to the Thundering Herd, and so now we get to see the Elk Grove offense against the Miner defense. Elk Grove holds on Nevada Union's 1st drive. And the majority of the offense will go to Tommy Arnold. Tommy Arnold is the quarterback for the Thundering Herd. Handoff up the middle, nice gain, gets into the secondary, very fast backs, and that was Robert Frazier on the carry.
This is what we're going to see all night tonight. They're going to pound away. They're going to go right, then they're going to go left, and they're going to go up the middle, testing every boundary of this NU defense. Let's see if they put the ball in the air now.
Well, 2nd and short, I'm sure that they'll run it, and they do again. And I believe that is 1st down yardage, again by Robert Frazier. The 5'8", 170-pound junior. And Frazier will carry a good part of the workload throughout the night, although he checks out right now. .8:48 to go. Opening moments of this contest. Our pleasure to bring it to you. Paul Brown, Jim Adams saying thanks for joining us over the next several hours for our big contest. And the Miners plug that one up pretty well. And on the carry there is Dion Ransom, the 170-pound senior. 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7. If you remember the Monterey Trail game of 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, Monterey Trail really burned a lot of the clock because virtually every play but 3 was a running play. And we might see the same scenario tonight. Handoff. Tries to get out the left side. Gets by several Miners. Gets close to first down yardage. Gets first down yardage. Dion Ransom with an incredible carry, breaking Nevada Union tackles.
Wow, this senior, he's only 5'9", 170 pounds, Jim, but he sure is a load to bring down. He keeps those feet driving, gets his shoulders upfield, and he's a tough one. I thought that they had him for a loss. Here's the replay on it. Let's take a look. Now watch, any good back after the initial hit is going to keep surging. He gets by one tackler, then he gets by another tackler.
Too many broken tackles on that play, Paul.
But watch this. This is where he's strong, right here. He goes for more. He almost breaks away for a TD.
So let's get back to live action here. Up the middle again, and is tripped up on the play. Fortunate for Nevada Union, that was Robert Frazier again.
Yeah, as I spoke about it before the game, 22 touchdowns out of 32 was either Ransom or Frazier. They do the load of the work.
2nd and 7 for the Miners. We're already down to 6:41 to play in this first quarter. Two wideouts, far side. Handoff. The Miners tie that one up pretty well. Again, it's Frazier.
Like a stuck record. Yeah.
Boy, Frazier sure hits that hole quickly. He is really quick. He's a dart back, smallish, but hits that hole in a hurry. You gotta keep your heads up to see where he's going to be.
3rd down and 2. 6 minutes to go. We are already halfway through the first quarter. Tommy Arnold, flag goes down, and although Dion Ransom surged for the first down, it's going to be illegal motion, and what was a 3rd and 2 will become a 3rd and 7.
Tyler Houlihan on the tackle coming up from his defensive back position.
Now, and you got to think here, Paul, you might think, okay, 3rd and 7, they got to pass the ball. Well, they really don't have to pass the ball because they're probably saying to themselves, hey, can we gain 7 yards in 2 plays?
In 2 plays, right.
And they have a tremendous amount of faith that they can. So it'll be an interesting call here. Tommy Arnold brings in the play from the sidelines. And for Nevada Union, Austin Marks, who's going to see a lot of action, number 72, checks in defensively. So 3rd and 7. And the ball falls down, so that's going to be a 4th and 8.
And there's a flag now on the far side of the field. Let's see what that's about.
Well, and that's where you normally see an offsides. So let's see if the Miners perhaps shot themselves in the foot on this. And it's a sideline warning against Elk Grove. So that's simply a warning. There's no yardage penalty that goes along with that. And we see the side judge over there with the coaches of Elk Grove. You see it on kind of the top of your picture. And there the referee is running on over to talk with them also. And they're going to get things straight right here from the get-go. and let the Thundering Herd know what the situation is. Now that'll bring up a 4th down. That's going to be 4th down and 9, and the Thundering Herd sends in a whole new group of players. You would think that this might be for a field goal attempt, and it looks like it is. Anthony Galindo Galindo is holding, and it looks like Justin Singh in for the attempt. Singh, a left-footed kicker. This will be from 45 yards, 44 yards. High snap, spotted, kicked, almost blocked. It looked like it might have been deflected, and it's no good. So a great play there by Gabe Humphers. He got in, and Paul, he might have gotten a piece of that.
He might have. We'll have to look at the replay if we have one. I think maybe it was Hank that got in there and got a hand in.
It was Gabe, number 3. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the replay there.
Okay. For those of you that haven't watched our games, Dave Humphers is the coach. Gabe and his sons both play on this team. Excellent players, actually. Hank Humphers is his other son.
So both teams fail on a 4th down play, and there is the handoff, and absolutely no yardage there. In fact, a loss for Nevada Union.
And a blitz was on that time. Defensive back Nate Bovide was in blitzing, and he blew that play up in the backfield. It's a loss of about 4.
2nd down and 14 for the Miners. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Man in motion is Pay. Rolls left. Now coming from behind. And there the ball is loose. And it looks like the Thundering Herd has it. And Kyle Cota is flattened on the play and still down.
Cota rolling to his left in traffic, got by the first pursuit, and then wanted to throw that ball, Jim, and there just wasn't enough time. I'm not sure if he saw the defensive player coming from the back. Probably not, the way he got crunched. Let's take a look at the replay.
I don't think he saw the defender at all. Watch this.
He's trying to load right here, and then the defensive pressure comes in, and I thought that was an incomplete pass. Let's see how it's ruled.
No, he fumbled it. He had not brought his arm back to pass. So here comes the Thundering Herd, the first big turnover of tonight's contest. 4:40 to go in first quarter action. So the Thundering Herd comes right back on offense, led by Tommy Arnold. Arnold, handoff, up the middle.
Arnold driving and driving his legs on his own, gets about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd now and 6. Boy, this NU defense has to be careful not to be fooled by Arnold, Jim. He is smallish, but this guy's got some strength. He drives after he gets hit.
Jake McTaggart checks in. Double backfield again. Handoff, nice hole, good running, heading towards the end zone. Just short is Dion Ransom.
And Ransom, very, very skilled at running between the tackles. That time, inside off of his left tackle, and then finds some room past Tanner Vallejo in the middle to get the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal on the 3.
So the Thundering Herd threatening here on their 2nd series. There's the handoff, finds the hole, and touchdown! Robert Frazier scores over the right side, and the Kyle Cota turnover is costly, as with 3:35 to go in the first quarter, Elk Grove takes the lead 6-0.
Singh will line up for the extra point.
Spotted, kick, and good. So a look at the scoreboard with 3:35 to go in the first quarter. It is the Thundering Herd that scores first, and they lead 7-0.
Here's a replay, and you can see the touchdown is a straight handoff off the right side. And I believe it's Robert or Dion Ransom. Let's check it out here, Jim. No, that's number 4, Robert Frazier. And he cuts back up and through the middle, just barely getting over. But he's regularly getting yardage after first contact.
Well, Paul, let's face it, he has a great surge. They open the holes for him, and once he finds a seam, he's going to get decent yardage.
Absolutely true. This isn't the first time the Miners have been behind. On a game like this, Jim, I would expect there to be, at least 70 points scored in a game like this. That would be my prediction. So who scores first is significant, but I don't think it's going to stop the Miners. I expect them to come right back.
Gabe Humphers deep, along with Hank Humphers. Sing to kick off. And there it is, high and deep. And Gabe can't jump up high enough to keep it out of the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Miners will start at the 20-yard line.
So 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. One thing about this very potent Thundering Herd offense, Jim, is that when they're on the ground as much as they are, they use a lot of the clock.
Well, and you notice, Paul, we have not seen one pass.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Every offensive play has been a running play or a field goal attempt.
You know, I was just thinking, number 20, Martinez, for the Thundering Herd, is their wide receiver. How'd you like to be a wide receiver on a team that never passes?
Handoff up the middle, nice gain. This is Josiah Pay. Rumbles for a first down out to almost the 35-yard line.
Pay giving the Miners a little room to stretch here, moving out to the 35. He had a great first half last week. Let's hope that he can continue this week.
First and 10, again, Josiah in motion, and now the throw is over the middle, and it is complete. That is Connor Fuller.
Fuller coming back for that football. Little bit low and outside if you were a batter in the batter's box. Fuller, though, going to his knees and rallying that ball up before it touches the ground. Very good catch.
Arguably having his best game last week in the tilt against Chico. And the Miners get nothing there. In fact, they probably lose a yard or two. So it's going to bring up a third down. Let's see where they get the spot. Well, they get a good spot, so it's going to be third down in inches.
That was Josh Latui Gasanova coming in to make the tackle. He has been in on many of the tackles so far.
Vallejo comes in, deemed a specialist for these short yardage situations. Nate Dickinson comes out, and let's see if they go with Vallejo on this play. And they do. He comes straight forward, and he bulls his way for a first down.
When you put a player like Vallejo in, you basically dare the defense to stop him. And if you've ever seen Tanner up close, I wouldn't be the one that had to stop him.
Well, and I think that's what they're planning on tonight. I mean, you remember Zach Vallejo, his brother who played for Nevada Union. When he was in the backfield, he always got decent yardage. And there is the handoff to Dickinson. Nate takes it up for a short gain of about 2 yards. With a minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Miners trailing 7-0 here at Hooper Stadium, the battle of the undefeated. Elk Grove top ranked in several categories in the Sacramento region, but the Miners the number 3 team in the section. Back to pass. Coda throws. That's a nice completion to Hoffhines. Hoffhines gets the first down, and then is taken down inside Thundering Herd territory at the 42-yard line.
Ian Davis, I believe, was on that catch that time.
Was that Ian Davis? Okay.
It was. It was number 24 out of the backfield. Davis finding some room in the flats. I think that play right there will be open all night. Let's take a look at it. He's going to roll to his right. Very hard play to defend. And moving towards the sideline, that's number 24. That's Davis.
And back to live action. Up the middle. Big gain. Gabe Humphers hurdles a man. Breaks inside to about the 10-yard line.
That's one of the best plays I've seen in high school football. Humphers getting up there and hurdling the defender.
And so the Miners in business, a 1st and 10.
Close your mic, please. Gabe Humphers showing his athleticism, Jim. That was fantastic.
Did you see that hurdle?
Unbelievable. He was heading for the goal line, and nothing was going to stop him. He couldn't go through him, so he went over him.
And now the officials are huddling, and they may be huddling about whether hurdling that player was legal or not.
I have never heard of such a thing. Maybe that's, I'm not sure, Jim, what they're huddling about, but they're talking. You certainly have the right to jump over a player if you can.
But if you took a look at the way that Gabe did it, he didn't jump over a player. He hurdled over a tackler. So it'll be interesting to see what the officials do here. If they do call a penalty, it would be from the point of where the hurdle occurred. And I'm sure that's what they're discussing, Paul. And let's take a look, because somebody would throw a flag
if they decide it is illegal.
And the Thundering Herd is acting like a flag is going to be thrown on the play. But the referee is backing off. And let's see, he's going to talk to Dave Humphers. And, well, a lot of confusion has slowed down a very rapid moving first quarter. I don't see any indication yet that they're going to move the ball from where it's spotted. So let's see what happens here.
No, they are. They're moving back now. Oh, this is insane in my mind. I'm sorry. We're playing football here. I don't see how hurdling a player could be damaging or injuring to anybody. I'm looking to see what the call is here.
And they examined the rule book, but I think, Paul, that it's got to be from the point of where the hurdle occurred. So they've got to figure out exactly where that was, because the penalty will be marched off from there. And I think that's another thing that they are discussing. They're saying, guys, where did this occur? So a lot of confusion here. This deliberation has gone on for about 3 minutes. And Robert Frazier imploring the crowd to keep it up, and they're calling illegal motion against Nevada Union.
So illegal motion wouldn't necessarily be the hurdle.
So I believe this will still be first down. Second down, I guess, 2nd down and 10. So that run is negated. And with 40 seconds to go, the clock is running. So the Miners, a 2nd and 10. They need to regroup after that penalty. And Cota needs to get away, and he simply does not. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. That might be the final play of the first quarter. So the Miners go from what would have been a 1st and 10 at Elk Grove's 12-yard line to having the first quarter elapse at Elk Grove's 42 on a, and they get the play off. Back to pass. And now he's going to get sacked. And he is.
Big sack. That's by number 21. That's Waldis Parker, who's in there from his linebacker position. He's a sophomore. Coda had some time, but not a lot of time. We have a replay on this play. Here it is. And watch Coda looking, and he is very thoughtful about where he throws the football. I like the way he pulls the ball back down. There was nothing there. Rather have him do that than throw an interception. And Coda gets walloped by number 21, Parker.
Dave Humphers. Well, let's take a look here. After the game, please join us at Gold Rush Barbecue, 108 East Main Street. They'll be showing the game on all of the big screens right after the game, a replay of tonight's Nevada Union Elk Grove matchup. Dave Humphers said prior to the game that the first quarter was going to be critical, that was when the Miners needed to jump on Elk Grove, but Elk Grove has surely given them a handful so far this evening in a first quarter that has seen them perform well both offensively and defensively.
Absolutely true. And you know what, that first quarter boils down to a turnover and a very aggressive defense. The Thundering Herd got to Coda early, and it coughed the ball up in their own territory, so they were able to score. That is basically, otherwise, Jim, I'd have to say this first quarter was a tie.
The running game, though, of the Thundering Herd so far has given the Miners fits. And a very surging running offense, but here it is, fourth down, and as we start the second quarter, the Thundering Herd is poised to get the ball back. Tyler Houlihan, and now the referee again signals a timeout, and they send a player from the Thundering Herd off, and that is Matt Nugent, and replacing him is Blake McTaggart. Nice snap. Booming kick. Houlihan has been great all season. That one will go into the end zone for a touchback, and that will be a 50-yard punt.
Houlihan has been good all season, and had he angled it a little more towards the flag, maybe he would have gotten a out of bounds here. But Houlihan, you got to admit, he's done a good job on defense, and he's done a wonderful job punting the football for NU so far this year.
So the Thundering Herd attack, ready to start this second quarter, leading 7-0. Handoff, stutter steps, first down, big yardage, gets away. Gabe Humphers has a shot at him, and they will finally drag him out. It's Hank that takes him out of bounds deep in Miner territory at the Miners 31. And that is the quality of this Elk Grove offense. They are absolutely exceptional in their running game.
Here's
let's
a replay.
take a look.
And you watch, that's number 4, that's Frazier going right up the middle. Watch him find his blockers. What a wonderful block he got out in front on Tanner Vallejo. And then he heads to the sidelines. Now watch Humphers here, that's number 3, Gabe Humphers, take the proper angle. And finally gets Frazier to commit to stutter stepping. And then Humphers contains him and finally gets a piece of the jersey. Hank, his brother's right there to finish him off, but that saved the touchdown.
While we were away, a 5-yard gain by Waldis Parker makes it a 2nd and 5 from the 25 of Nevada Union, and this Thundering Herd team is on the move again. And
the Miners
have the ball. He needs a block. This is Josiah Pay. Pay down the sideline. And what looked like a great Elk Grove drive has turned into a Nevada Union touchdown. Josiah Pay scoops up the ball and goes down the left sideline. And it is 7-6.
And just what the NU defense needed. They needed a turnover. Josiah Pay, very opportunistic, getting that ball on one bounce, and you're not going to catch Josiah Pay. He gets a little bit of daylight, and he is great.
I didn't think he was going to take it the distance, Paul, but boy, he is very deceiving. And once he turns it on, nobody was near him. He didn't even need the blocking. What an intelligent play by Josiah Pay to scoop up that ball. Sill in for the extra point. Spotted, kicked, up, good. So a look at the scoreboard with 10:45 to go. We are tied at 7, and what a reversal of fortune for the Miners.
And how important was that great tackle by the Humphrey brothers to get them down. Here's the replay. Now watch. It's a one bouncer, and Pay rolls himself around and sees that it's got some daylight. He's really got only one defender to avoid right there, and then it's just nothing but speed.
Watch him break the daylight. Watch the daylight that he breaks between himself and the defenders. There he is at the 30, and he's breaking away from everybody, Paul.
So as I said, the one turnover in the first quarter that resulted in a Thundering Herd touchdown now has been offset by a turnover of their own. This game essentially has been a draw.
You know, Pay has had an impactive play in every game, Paul, for about almost of the full 5 weeks. Maybe week 1 he was a little bit slow, but since then he's been an impact player in every contest.
Absolutely true.
And that is a huge 7-point. What could have been 14-0 is now 7-7. So the Miners to kick off for the first time tonight. Sill, this is not as deep as normal, and this will come down to Robert Frazier.
They got a wedge set up.
Frazier up the middle, runs into traffic, and then goes down. I'm surprised that a flag did not fly on that play because one of the Miners slapped the helmet of one of the Elk Grove players. Big boy Sandoval, you see him there, number 99.
Sandoval's done a good job so far, Jim. He has been an anchor right in the heart of the offense. Right there, there is number 99. He's a load. He is hard to move.
However, now he has to play every down tonight. Pat Chappell out. Both Connor Keith and Pat Chappell expected back in 2 weeks. Next week, a bye. We will talk about that a little bit later. First down. And he's going to pass. And he throws downfield, incomplete. And maybe that's why they only threw 3 times last week.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good pass. He basically threw that one up for grabs into double coverage, Jim.
Miners had Tyler Houlihan deep and our player of the game last week, Brandon Loper. The Miners sure weren't fooled on that, Paul.
No, heck no. And when he didn't set to throw the ball, he just kind of spun it out there.
Just kind of launched it out there.
Yep.
So a 2nd and 10. Let's see what they do here. It's a handoff. Miners really need to contain, and they do.
That's big boy right there.
Alex Sandoval with the tackle on the play. The run was Robert Frazier, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Sandoval told us early in the season that he didn't want to be called Alex Sandoval. He wanted to be called Big Boy, and he gets a chance to play. Coach Humphrey speaks very highly of him. He's one of those kind of guys that the practice field that kind of lifts everybody else up, and that's got value. Here's the replay right up the middle, and watch Sandoval right here. He gets a piece right there, pulls him down. Great play.
So a big 3rd down play. Handoff again. Miners contain it. Sandoval again on a big tackle. So Sandoval, on successive plays, comes up large, and you even see Alex Sarner on defense. Sarner, used sparingly last week, comes in those big third down situations, and on fourth down, it's the Thundering Herd who drops Justin Singh back to punt.
You know, why not use Sarner? He's one of the best linemen on the whole team. He is a force. They call him the Rhino, and it's because when he puts his head down, he's unstoppable.
Tyler Houlihan and Gabe are deep, and the Miners step offside, and it's going to be a first down.
I don't know. It may be against the Thundering Herd. Let's see.
I don't think so.
I don't know. They're going to talk about this, Jimmy. I saw an offensive lineman move, but maybe he was drawn off sides.
Oh, illegal motion. You're right. So Colin Sabotin, who looked like he was offsides, a big break for Nevada Union.
Huge break.
If that had been a first down, you can't afford to give this Thundering Herd team any more downs than they get already.
That was Colin Sabotin. He drew him offsides by going into the neutral zone and then back out again.
There's the punt, kind of a knuckleball. Miners need to get away from it. And Gabe takes the ball. Gabe goes around the right side, and it turns into a good play. That ball probably would have rolled to about the 20, but Gabe picks it up, returns it 5 more yards, and they'll have the ball at the 36 with 8:40 to play in the first quarter.
Those are the kind of bounces that just drive a coach crazy, Jim. That thing was knuckling and spinning, and Gabe managed to field that ball. Easy to get touched, though, and go the other direction.
Last offensive play for Nevada Union was the big return by Josiah Pay. Fans still humming about that one. And now there's a stoppage of play, and I think the Miners are going to take time out. And, you know, Paul, although the Miners were on defense, once Pay got that ball, he acted just like the running back that he is.
Absolutely true. You know, we worried earlier about Pay because he was the quarterback last season as a junior, and he was replaced by Cota this year. And that was not controversial, but certainly interesting. We wonder what role Pay would play this year, and I think he's actually been more valuable. He plays on defense, and every time he touches the ball offensively, he's a threat.
Well, you know, that's a really good point, boys. Both defensively and offensively, he has been stellar this year.
He has.
And that's just half of the story with Josiah Pay. The other part of the story is that as a senior, you won't find a guy that has much more character and integrity as Josiah Pay has. He is a team player. Never has complained about anything, always takes it in stride, and is always ready to help the Miners however he can.
You know, in my day, what we used to call that kind of guy, we called him a football player. That's what a football player is supposed to do. What can I do for the team to make it better? And that's what Josiah Pay does, along with a lot of the other Miners. Let's face it, they've got some very high-profile, good character boys that Coach Humphers is very, very proud of.
So now the Miners have a big chance offensively after taking their first timeout of the first half. And they've got to find a way to drive this ball effectively.
Well, they've got 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. What they're looking for now is a good sustained drive. I would say
against a tough defense.
I would say they're going to try and run the football again.
Ian Davis and takes the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Picking up about 4 yards for the Miners. That's number 24, Ian Davis, stopped by number 2.
Davis, also a multi-purpose player for Nevada Union, is a big impact player both offensively and defensively. Our number 3 star a few weeks ago. But here is the second down. Back to passes Cota. Good protection. Throws, and that's complete. That's Jake Hoffhines.
First time we've seen Hoffhines with the ball tonight, and he has been a stellar receiver. Another dart-like pass by Cota, and Hoffhines there to grab it. Here's an interesting thing, Jim. Hoffhines this year on defense has had 1 tackle, and I'll explain that later. Here's the replay. Now watch Hoffhines, who is a very accurate pattern runner. Watch this. He cuts it off quickly, and finds himself an opening that sits right down. Big hands.
Back to live action. Ian Davis again on the carry, only picks up 2 yards, and the clock is stopped on an injury to an Elk Grove player. And that is number 12, Noah. Oh, excuse me.
42.
Number 42, Matt Nugent.
Boy, Matt Nugent is the player we talked about earlier. Nugent very important on defense and also a running back. I'm gonna guess that this is a cramp. Let's see. They're kind of stretching him out down there. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, I think he had a cramp.
So we'll see how this plays out. The clock stopped with 7:37 to go in the second quarter. But it should return, or should resume momentarily.
So we'll have second down and about 8 yards to go. Miners just crossing midfield. This, I believe, Jim, is a very, very important series of downs right here.
Nate Dickinson in the backfield. Connor Fuller also in offensively, as is Jake Hoffheims. Josiah Pay on the right side. Pay is in motion. And the handoff gets very, very little for Nevada Union.
They tried to run Gabe right up the middle, and there was just nothing there. He was locked up very quickly. That was number 36. That was Bawan Canada, and he is a defensive lineman. He's a sophomore.
So a 3rd and 9, a passing play.
Let's see if they go back out to the flats again. That was wide open when Cota rolled out. He's rolling. There he is. He's wide open.
It away. There's Humphers, and a beautiful catch by
and he didn't get it. He didn't get it. Let it go. That ball got out of his hands. He was wide open there. Had to come back a little before the ball that time, Jim, but had it in his hands and just lost it.
Had to dive for it, so let's take a look at it.
Cota was rolling out, and that play has been open. Look at him. He's all by himself. He had the ball in his hands and rolled over on it.
So Houlihan back to punt for the Miners with 6:49 to go in the second quarter. And here's a fake. Needs to get outside. This is Gabe. Gabe gets close. I think he got it.
I think he got across the 40. I think he's going to.
Oh, he gets a terrible spot. Gets a terrible spot at the 42-yard line, and the ball will be turned over to Elk Grove. A horrible spot on the play by the side judge.
I think the side judge is going to be overruled on this. Let's see what they're saying.
And the referee comes over.
And they're going to measure.
But
let's take a
look at that again.
Now you can see the 40-yard line. He needs to cross. It's actually on the 39 will get him a first down. And here he comes around the corner, Jimmy. We'll be able to see it from up here. Does he step out of bounds right there?
No, right there at the 41 where it would have been a first down.
I don't know. Maybe we look at it one more time if we could, Mr. Dominguez. I think maybe he did step out at the 39. Let's take a look. They're measuring it as we speak.
A big measurement right now for Nevada Union. They stretch it out. It's going to be short. I really think it's going to be short. And it is. Terrible spot.
One more time. Let's take a look at this replay.
Maybe slow it down.
The official is right there on the sideline. He should be able to see it.
Okay, there he is at the 44.
Now
at
watch
the 43.
Him.
He's still in bounds. At the 42.
Now right there, he touches the line. You can see his foot on the line right there. He doesn't make it. He doesn't make it, Jim. See, he's out of bounds, way out of bounds by the time he gets to the 40. I think it's probably a good spot. He was right on top of it. There's no reason to believe he couldn't catch that spot.
So the Thundering Herd takes over the ball on downs. And it's spotted at the 41. The Miners go off sides, and so that'll be 5 yards on the play. Christian DuPont Offsides for Nevada Union.
Terry Graham coming in the game for NU, number 5.
But a great run by Gabe Humphers. It looked like he would be contained.
And a gutsy play by Dave Humphers, the coach. Gutsy play.
Especially at 4th and 10. So here we go. Handoff up the middle. Close to first down yardage, but short on the play. Dion Ransom carrying for the Elk Grove.
Gabe Humphers on the tackle. It will be 2nd down and about 3.
Clock running with 6:20 to play in this first half. 2nd and 2. Handoff, and that'll be a first down. Staying on the ground, 1 pass so far in this first half by Elk Grove. And where it is spotted, it will be a first down.
It will be a first down.
The yard marker on the 49 of Nevada Union, the ball on the 48.5. Gil, you got a mic on down there that's just catching a lot of interference.
Thank you.
So 1st and 10. Ransom pauses to tie his shoe. And this is Ransom. Miners need to contain, and they're going to do it. Great play by Tanner Vallejo. Vallejo finishes it off, and that's going to be the first running play that is a significant loss for the Thundering Herd.
And who better than Tanner Vallejo to come up? Tanner, with his speed and size, played along the line of scrimmage and then penetrated to make the tackle. Watch this. There's Tanner, and you can see he was slowed up, and Tanner comes in and, like the velociraptor he is, finishes it off.
So a loss of 4 will bring up a 2nd down and 14. Now is Elk Grove in a passing situation here? 4:37 to go in the first half. Back to pass, throws. Miners need to get out there. This ball's up for grabs and it's incomplete. Josiah Pay and Tyler Houlihan on the coverage, and I believe the intended receiver was Dion Ransom.
It was, and Tommy Arnold, Jim, it looks like Tommy likes to just throw the ball for grabs and let his athletes run under it and try to outhand the defense.
Wattis Parker was the intended receiver. Every time he throws, you're right, the ball is up for grabs.
He throws it up in the air and he just lets his athletes get out there and get underneath it. I'll bet you he has been successful with this year with it, but the Miners are on it.
3rd and 10. Miners need to stay on sides.
And that's a broken play.
Nothing. And the Miners take him down for a loss. What was a 3rd and 14 will become a 4th and 16, and the Miners hold on defense.
That time it was a broken play. Arnold didn't know where to go with the ball. I believe his back went the wrong direction. I think he was supposed to hand it off right there. And then in comes, I believe that's Vallejo.
No.
It looks like, well, it could be.
Let's take a look here. Keep it rolling. Well, 4th down. Deep for the Miners are Houlihan and Gabe Humphers. And he gets it away. This could be a returnable ball. Miners are going to let it fall.
No, this
and that's
is bad.
going to be a mistake unless it makes it into the end zone. And it does. He stepped over the line.
No, they're gonna call it down at the line.
Wow, he stepped over the line. He stepped into the end zone.
I think he tight-roped it, and you know what? That was a misplay by the Humphrey brothers. They needed to field that football, and they both looked at each other thinking the other was going to take the ball, Jim. Now watch this. You're going to see this. So he picks this ball up, and look at him tight-rope this line. Right there. Great job.
So the Miners, if they want to score a touchdown, need to go 99 yards, 3:34 to go. Miners have done a good job defensively, but they're in a deep hole now offensively. So, Paul, I've missed 2 plays here tonight, huh?
Jim, I had an off night last week.
No, you didn't. So first down play is a nice gain by, gets it out to about the 4-yard line, a little bit more breathing room.
And that's what they needed. They needed to slug it out here just a little bit. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. They need to get out to the 20-yard line. They can't give up field position. Certainly 3 and out would be horrible here. They wouldn't want to punt the ball back this late in the half.
Houlihan brings in a play, 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go. And another handoff, and Gabe rushes through the first wave of the Thundering Herd defensive line, but then stumbles to the 8, and that's going to bring a 3rd down and 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Herd takes a timeout here. If they can stop the Miners, they'll get the ball back with great field position. But they're letting that clock run. I don't know why they're holding on to their timeouts.
Well, you think they got to figure that if they hold them here and Nevada Union has to punt, 2 minutes is plenty of time to orchestrate a drive when you have 3 timeouts left, which they do. So let's see what Kyle comes up with here. And it's
inside.
That delay play, and it's a 1st down. Nice play by Nevada Union. And that's great. Gabe Humphers.
That's great deceptive wing T offense right there. That's what you're looking for. You get them going in one direction and you hand the ball back off in the other. And big 1st down. Now let's see if Coda opens it up with a pass.
So 1st and 10. Handoff, and there's nothing doing there. Some incredible gang tackling, and then a little bit of a headlock at the end by Nate Behold.
Now this is where I would think that they would go into their 2-minute offense, and they should. Right now they're at the sideline bringing the play in. Coach Humphers doesn't audible from the line, and it takes a lot of time.
You know, and do you take a shot downfield right now, Paul?
Well, if you do and you're incomplete, you stop the clock, Jim. I think you leave it on the ground.
Ian Davis gets over the right side. Nice gain on the play. It'll bring a 3rd down from the 26-yard line. Davis impressive both defensively and offensively. That'll be a 3rd down and 4. With a minute 10 to go.
Still the Herd does not take any of their timeouts, and they're just going to let this clock run. They're going to be content to go to the locker room at 7-7.
Back to pass. Throws. Nice completion.
Get out of bounds.
Ian Davis gets up to the 37-yard line with 52 seconds. The clock stops as they spot the ball. And is this an opportunity? Does Nevada Union go to the passing game here? They're in the huddle. And there's the reception right there. Back to live action. Quick pass. That's complete to Hoffhines. And Hoffhines gets out of bounds.
He doesn't get out of bounds. They're going to keep the clock running.
Well, Nevada Union needs to take a timeout if they want to make something of this first half. 27 seconds and the clock is running.
Coach Humphers looking at Hoffhines going, what the heck are you doing? You got to get out of bounds. It's 1 foot away. Get out of bounds.
18 seconds to go. The clock continues to run. 2nd and 6. This is Gabe Humphers. Gabe gets by the first man, gets a 1st down. 4 seconds left, and they're letting the clock run. He had a 1st down. They signaled it, and Dave should take a timeout right now.
I believe he did.
And the Miners coming up on the ball.
No, he took a timeout.
Well, they lost an awful lot of time if they wanted to do something offensively on that last play, Paul.
It's true, but, you know, and it goes back to Hoffhines not stepping out of bounds and trying to get an extra foot or two. A little bit of a brain cramp on Hoffhines' part. He's been stellar, don't get me wrong, but in that particular instance, he needed to get out of bounds, catch the ball and get the heck out of bounds. Look at the size of this crowd over here. We've got everybody, standing room only. And if we keep panning across here, we may even see Jim and I'll.
Well, there's Tom Fitzsimmons up there, the svelte one, having lost 105 pounds. And Dan Miller just to his left there. And they're analyzing what this, that's the KNCO radio feed. So here comes a 1st and 10 play, and this has probably been one of the better sustained drives by Houlihan is in at quarterback. And they do a double reverse, needs to get some blocks, goes down the sideline, but unfortunately Josiah Pay, who has had a mammoth first half, offensively gets a great gain, but is driven out of bounds as the clock expires for the first half.
Good play, but unfortunately they ran out of time, Jim. And the Miners will go into the locker room. 7-7 is your score. Very good football game, hard-nosed football game. Not the scoring that we expected, huh?
Not exactly, and we'll be back to talk about it a little bit more and enjoy some Nevada Union 2011 homecoming when we return. We'd like to remind you you're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Back at halftime here at Art Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Well, it's turned into a defensive contest, Paul, 7-7 here. And Paul, while we were on the break, we talked about a couple of interesting things. Tell us some of your perspectives on this first half.
You know, it's a battle of wills right now, Jim. Both teams, okay, the Herd is averaging 57 points a game. NU is averaging in the 40s every game. We have right now a game with only 2 touchdowns scored, and both have come off of turnovers. A significant play, if you'll remember, when Robert Frazier ran wild down the sideline, down the left-hand sideline, and was run down because Gabe Humphers was fast enough, strong enough, and took a good enough angle to run him down at the 25-yard line. That very well should have been a score. Right after that was the turnover. So consequently, you've got to give Gabe credit for staying with the tackle and not allowing that score. You know, Jim, I think both coaches in the locker room right now are talking to their kids about playing from behind, about playing and bringing your level up. They've got to find something that's going to work for them. Well, I'm not sure exactly what it is going to be for NU, but I think they need to go more to their passing game.
We've got 24 minutes left of high school football tonight. Nevada Union, Elk Grove. We'll be back with more halftime action in just a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Grass Valley Eye Care has been serving our community for over 10 years. Grass Valley Eye Care is the only optometrist offering evening appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Saturday appointments for your convenience. We carry a wide selection of frames, have an optical lab on site, and our new Vizio office machine is the latest technology in corrective lenses. So whether it's contact lenses, glasses, or complete eye care, let Grass Valley Eye Care assist you with all your vision needs.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools, we have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics, we have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world, we carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
Yo, what do we want to do here? Well, and here we are at halftime at Nevada Union and homecoming 2011. You know, Paul, let's talk for just a second more before we enjoy halftime. I thought Josiah Pay had his best half of the season.
Very possibly. He had an excellent first half last week, but this half he was the impact player, I'd have to say, for the half. So we're going to give that nod to Josiah.
Tanner Vallejo, good first half. And Alex Sandoval steps in for Pat Chappell, and Big Boy has an impactful first half.
He really did. He did. He clogged up that middle, and then we saw him make some significant tackles in there. I'll tell you what, Big Boy right now is grinning from ear to ear like he always does in the locker room, and because I'm sure Coach Humphers has noticed this.
Well, and I'm sure that he's anxious to enjoy a good second half. And for the Miners, all this is a 24-minute tie with 24 minutes to go, and the only difference is that the Miners will kick off for the second half.
You know, both teams, Jim, questioned their own abilities before this game. They wanted to see if they were as good as they think they are. Both teams on the same side. We got 2 teams undefeated going against each other, and we found that legitimately the 2 best backs we've seen all year that don't wear a NU uniform are Dion Ransom and Robert Frazier. They are excellent backs. The Thundering Herd have built their offense around these 2 very fast, very strong running backs. They don't have much of a passing game, and that's why they don't pass. We've also analyzed that, Jim. But what's working right now in your mind for NU, and what do you think they're going to come back to?
I think Nevada Union has had portions of drives that have been highly successful, and then they're bogged down in certain points. They have not had a sustained drive. The closest thing to a sustained drive in the first half may well have been the drive that ended the first half.
True.
Where they were really driving. But, you know, the clock management may have been a little bit better in that situation than it actually was for the Miners. So here's the thing. The defense really accomplished what we needed them to in the first half. I thought that they were steady, that they did the bend but not break. They had big plays when they needed them. The defense has scored the 7 points of the first half for Nevada Union, 7 defensive points. So the defense needs to come out and contain this running game, I'm not worried about the passing game because our defensive backs are incredible. So I'm not worried about that. They have to stop in the second half. This running game, it obviously has not been stopped in the manner that it has all season like it has tonight. But we have seen the Miners' offense kind of go in spurts all season. Tonight we've seen the same thing. So here's what has to happen in the second half. The defense has to replicate the first half, and the offense has to get on track.
Has to get stepped up. This kind of a game, Jim, this hard-nosed, back-and-forth football kind of game generally is decided on special teams and with turnovers. Let's face it, special teams, a return punt, which we actually, I think, are very, very strong with the Humphreys brothers in the backfield, returning punts and kickoffs. And also, I think we're gonna expect maybe another defensive play that will significantly impact the game. But with that said, on the track right now, we have homecoming, and let's take a few minutes and watch that.
In this car is our junior Connor Sanders and our junior Princess Duke.
And there is Allie. And that looks like, letting them out, it looks like, I guess it's Allie's dad. It looks like Steve Sarner, but I know it's not Steve Sarner. It's Steve's twin. Steve Sarner, the dad of Alex Sarner. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about football right now, are we, Paul?
No,
homecoming.
We got to talk homecoming here.
And it's a loud and raucous crowd. We have 3 more cars that are bringing in our homecoming candidates. I can remember very well the year that it was Andrew Jackson. And Paul, you'll see it when they crown the king. The crown that he wears is a little bit humorous, and for Andrew to wear it.
Andrew Jackson, the president of the United States? You are old.
No, Andrew Jackson, the star for Nevada Union. Paul.
That was before my time, Jim, sorry. Now this car, I'm loving life here. I'm loving life. If I was a king candidate, this is the car I'd want to ride in.
And a couple of very popular candidates. In fact, it looks like the young man has on a tux with a nice red rose. And so there we go. There we have all of our candidates, and here comes the moment of truth. Hopefully we'll be able to, Paul, maybe you can take your headset off and see if you can pass me names as they're announced. And there are the freshman candidates. And there is the sophomore court, I believe. The pomp and circumstance. And here's the juniors. There's Allie.
And unfortunately, they're not announcing the names, Jim, so we don't know who these people are. But trust me about one thing. This is a moment of their lives that they never forget.
One way or the other.
Now, finally, for the senior court, there was a two-way tie for second among the senior boys. So the senior princes will be announced in no particular order. And the first prince is College Darius. Second runner-up, the senior princess, Autumn Nolan.
And there's Autumn Nolan.
The other senior prince is Adam Harris.
And
first runner-up, the senior princess, Elizabeth Peterson.
I believe this is the homecoming king. And there it is. Well, you're absolutely right. This is an unforgettable moment.
A moment they will never forget. There they are posing on the track. Very popular king. No lack of self-confidence there. And a beautiful, beautiful princess.
Paul, you know, this is the coolest homecoming I've ever seen.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jim.
I don't know what students vote. I think his last name is Pierce. I think it's Lauren Pierce's brother, but I'm not 100%. It's Colin Pierce. I know Colin's dad well. Her sister Lauren and I have worked on many projects together. Colin is a great guy. His dad is Dennis, who also writes for the Union. Colin works with his dad, and Colin is just a neat kid.
And I'm willing to bet that that crown does not come off for days. Very proud.
That is unbelievable. You know how meaningful that is to him, Paul, but how meaningful that must be to his parents. So, Homecoming 2011 draws to a conclusion. We're going to be back with second half action in just a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
We got the very best sliced fresh reputation. Select meat and cheese and veggie celebration. Fresh baked bread is such a temptation to make part of subs your destination.
Make Port of Subs your destination for the rockin' classic turkey bacon avocado. Tender butterball turkey, tasty bacon, fresh avocado, provolone cheese. You'll love this cold medium sandwich.
A deal of a meal that's an inspiration to make Port of Subs your destination.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Welcome to Grass Valley Glass, family owned and operated by the Stallman family since 1989. Grass Valley Glass is your local expert in the repair of single and dual pane windows. And don't forget about your auto, truck, or motorhome. Grass Valley Glass also offers same-day repair or replacement on all your auto glass needs, and we work with all insurance companies. Remember, if it's glass, it's Grass Valley Glass.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful acrylic plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Thank you, Gil. An amazing night in the life of Colin Pierce. And there he goes.
And there he goes.
Waving to the crowd.
And he will take a victory lap in the car.
And so they try to take down all of the decorations quickly so we can get this second half underway. An amazing, let's just call it an amazing homecoming, Paul.
It was, very much so, and one that I won't forget, and neither will the homecoming king, queen, and all their coat.
After the game, join us at Gold Rush Barbecue, 108 East Main Street in Grass Valley. This game will be on live there, and please feel free to join us after every home game for the replay showing of that night's contest. And so let's take a look at how the first half ended.
There it is.
And here is Josiah Pay again. Here comes Pay from the top of your screen. There it is, a double reverse. Look at that hole, Paul.
And, you know, if they had just had another 20 seconds, 30 seconds left on the clock, this play would have been an exceptional way to move the ball downfield and possibly get into some scoring position, something they could do, but they just basically ran out of time.
He may have very well been one block away from running for a touchdown. And would that have been dramatic to end the first half? But it was not to be, and the two teams come back out on the field, and we're ready for a second half of play.
And if you remember, Jim, the Thundering Herd deferred. They did win the coin toss, and they deferred, so they will receive the ball and have it in their hands to start off this second half. I wonder what adjustments both coaches are going to make.
You see from left to right, you see Gabe Humphers, number 3, Tanner Vallejo, number 20, Tyler Houlihan, number 7, and big Alec Sarner, number 54. Alec has had a quiet but positive night tonight.
A very impactful
offensively
night.
And defensively.
Yes, he certainly has, as he does every game, Jim.
This may be a game that's won in the trenches, Paul, let's face it.
Well, I'm excited about seeing this second half of football, no doubt about that. Good football teams get riled up at halftime when they go in at 7-7. Let's see what kind of adjustments are made. Let's see who wants it more.
Well, and it may also come down to who plays the most error-free football. As you mentioned, both of the scores coming off of turnovers. One, Elk Grove had to drive a short distance for their score. The other, a pickup of a fumble by Josiah Pay, and he rumbled close to 80 yards for the touchdown there. And so, obviously, big on defense. And now we have to see what the second half brings and who makes the best adjustments. And we are just about ready to get underway. Michael Buonarroti to kick off for the Miners. And a short kick goes to 21, and he gets through the right side. Gets through a lot of Miners there as Wattis Parker returns that punt.
And in on the tackle there was Terry Graham for the Miners, who basically just took the helmet into his chest and buried him. Big series of plays right here. Third quarter can be a very, very important time of a football game, Jim. Let's see who takes control on offense.
Elk Grove starts from their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10, opening play of the second half. Game tied at 7. Handoff coming right at you there. Tries to find the hole, but Josiah Pay and Tyler Houlihan, and Houlihan really does some hitting there. Almost was a personal foul. Robert Frazier on the carry.
Houlihan gets riled up, doesn't he? You're right.
Let's hope he doesn't get too riled up, Paul. Let's take a look.
Yeah, here's the replay. Now watch Tyler at the end of this, and he's fired up, let's face it, and as he drives him out of bounds, he got some hands. I don't know. Let's see what we see here. It's Tyler right there. No, he's just pumping in the air.
Good play. So 2nd down and 7. And there's the handoff.
Straight up the
middle. Big play.
Wow.
Taken down, Robert Frazier taken down on the play by Miguel Espinoza.
You know, Frazier's the kind of back that's so quick, he just runs past you. He's gone before you even know he was there. He went right through the middle of the line. He went right past Big Boy. He went right past Sarner. Watch this. And this is the end of the run. Big play by the Thundering Herd.
Alex Sarner comes in on defense. 1st and 10 in Miner territory at Nevada Union's 42-yard line. Handoff. Dion Ransom again with some nice positive yardage.
Matt Nugent's trading off in the backfield right now. Nugent, number 42, is the fullback, and he is clearing in the way for Frazier and for Ransom.
Big Boy comes out. DuPont is in. And this may be a fast-moving second half, as a lot of the game will be played on the ground, especially from Elk Grove's vantage point. 2nd and 6. Again, but the Miners do a good job, and a flag flies. And it flies way, and it's illegal motion. I don't know if that was a dead ball foul or not.
Hank Hunter's coming in to make a good tackle there, stopping the play for not much gain. Let's see where they spot it after the penalty. Back in the game comes Sandoval.
And out comes Alex Sarner. Although you can't see his number, it's very easy to see when it's Alex Sarner. Alec, a big prospect on the college level, has had some incredible visitations. And so it goes back to, it'll be a 2nd and 12. Ball taken back to the 44-yard line of Nevada Union. Opening moments of the third quarter. Jim Adams, Paul Brown here from Art Hooper Stadium of the battle of these two undefeated squads. Double reverse. Miners had it blocked, but then all of a sudden he breaks through.
Last man to catch him.
Be an Elk Grove touchdown.
They're going to score. That was number 21. That's Walden Parker, right up the middle off the left side, following his blocking. And he goes in for a no-touch. Jim, not much defense there. They completely took out Tanner Vallejo at middle linebacker.
And so in for the extra point is Justin Singh. High snap, ball is kicked, and it's good.
And it's good.
So 1 minute 57 seconds into the second half. Elk Grove strikes and they lead 14-7.
Here's a replay on it, Jim. And you know, we talked about how significant this third quarter was going to be and who takes the lead. And here it is right there. There is an excellent block on Tanner Vallejo, completely wiping out the left-hand linebacker, and they just can't catch him. Walden hasn't had that many carries in the first half. I think it took him off guard. First man through. And it's wide open up the middle.
So Wattis Parker with the score. And so the Miners are going to have to respond offensively. A very nice drive for the Thundering Herd to start the second half.
And that's the first drive resulting by either team resulting in a score this entire game. Here's the replay again. And watch, right up the middle here, first man through. And watch the block on Vallejo right there by number 49. We'll have to give him some significant credit for this touchdown.
And it's hit deep, comes off of Gabe Humphers. He hands it off to his brother. Needs to get a block, does get outside. Nice gain on the play, gets past the 20. A late hit, and there's a flag.
Coach Humphers is right down the middle of it. He's pumping his fist.
And so that'll be a 15-yard penalty against Buon, Canada.
Canada coming in. It was an obvious late hit, Jim. You called it before the flags even went up. Here it is. Now watch it. It's coming in, and there's the end of the play right down. He's down, and bang. Takes the extra hit. That's going to cost them 15
Canada
yards.
gives the Miners a great return. And it's at the 41-yard line. Gil, turn yourself off.
Gil, please close your mic.
So 1st and 10 for Nevada Union. Good starting position of this drive. Ian Davis.
Davis going left.
Ian Davis. And he gets to the 42-yard line of the Thundering Herd, and a player is hurt. Slow on getting up is Dion Ransom, and they can't afford to lose him.
That's what we haven't seen tonight so far, Jim. The first time we've seen him actually try that right side around the outside. They're going to come back to that play again. That resulted in about 15 yards.
So a 1st and 10 for the Miners, trailing 14-7.
Here he comes.
And here is Pay, and Pay gets hit hard. Josiah up, a decent gain of 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
Miners coming right back after that score. Getting big chunks of yardage. This is the first time we've seen this so far tonight, Jim.
And Gabe Humphers shuttling in along with Houlihan. Coming out is Ian Davis. For this 2nd and 6, shotgun formation. Gives it to Dickinson. And he gets a few yards on the play, but not that many.
And that was Buon, Canada again on the tackle. We've called his name and number several times tonight. He is a force inside on that right side linebacker.
Really no gain on the play. This will bring up 3rd down. Fakes, throws. Here's Gabe Humphers. 1st down yardage for Nevada Union.
Great deceptive pass in the flats. Gabe Humphers always sure-handed catching the ball in the flats and always gets great yardage after the catch.
You know, the Miners have had that the flats all night.
All night long, and they have not really taken advantage of it in my estimation. There he is, Gabe. You give Gabe the ball in that kind of open field, and Gabe's going to get you some yardage.
1st down, Ian Davis. Davis cuts inside, tripped up on the play.
You know, and Jim, you were talking about the entire first half. We haven't seen a sustained drive. This is the best drive the Miners have had the entire game. Maybe with that score by
with the exception of the drive that ended the first half.
True, but it didn't result in a score. They're going to go backwards on this. No, Humphreys is going to get a few.
So the handoff is to Gabe. And now it's another third down, so 3rd and 5. Miners may be in 4-down territory. 7:26 to go, third quarter action. Back to pass, big rush.
Oh, they're going to
lose. And he's
lose
going to be tackled for a big loss.
Cota got the ball that time. He wanted to go into the flats, but it was either a leaky line or linemen that were letting their men through to set up the screen. Let's take a look at it either way.
George John Nanka and Matt Nugent on the tackle.
No, it's just we got a leaky line here in this particular instance. That's number 42 coming in and making the tackle on Cota. Cota couldn't get rid of that ball. Now we've got, what, Jim? 12 yards. 4th and 12.
And the Miners are going to go for it. So really rolling the dice. And Tyler Houlihan at quarterback. Back to pass. Throws. It's complete, but it's going to be way short, and they will turn the ball over on downs.
Another great pass by Cota.
Well, that was Tyler Houlihan.
And Houlihan coming down with it, but...
No, that was Houlihan at quarterback.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? That's surprising. So first down, the Herd will take over.
And was Kyle injured on that sack? Well, I don't see anybody receiving treatment, so I'm going to assume he was not. So here's the turnover, and the Thundering Herd with an excellent opportunity with decent field position at the 24-yard line. Handoff up the middle, but oh my gosh, a great play by Tanner Vallejo.
Tanner Vallejo, the Velociraptor coming right up the middle. Take me out the last play, he says. Here, take a little of this.
Dion Ransom with the carry.
Here's a replay.
Here
Let's watch him come straight up the middle. I'll watch him penetrate this line right here. Put his helmet in the numbers. Bang!
6 minutes to play, third quarter action. Miners down by 7, and Elk Grove with the ball, but a 2nd and 10. Handoff, and again that's Ransom, and he may get a yard or two.
Big play here, 3rd and 10. If the Miners can hold him here, they will be forced to punt the ball. Definitely not in 4-down territory here, Jim.
Well, you wouldn't think so. I guess it would depend on what they do on 3rd down. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Two wideouts, far side. Back to pass. Looks like he's going to get hit. Now gets away.
They got to stop him right here.
And the Miners take him out of bounds. A late block on Josiah Pay, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and long, and the punting team comes in for the Thundering Herd.
So 4 minutes and 59 seconds, third quarter.
And so here they are in punt formation. Back is Hank and Tyler Houlihan.
Now let's watch this replay. It was obviously a pass play, almost taken down there. And that looks like Vallejo who came in and made the first initial hit, trying to get away around the outside. Little pump fake.
Miners need to stay on side here on 4th down. And they almost go off sides. And there's the punt, and it's coming Hank Humphers' way. Hank takes the ball, and he doesn't hand off. Needs to get in outside.
He does.
Now does.
He's got some room.
He needs to get another block, but is taken down at the 46-yard line of the Thundering Herd.
So thanks to good hardcore running by Hank Humphers, we're going to have some field position. The Miners will be on their own, looks like 46-yard line. And staring down the gun barrel. Let's see the replay here. We've seen this all year long, Jim. Hank Humphers is just solid. Right there, evading a tackle, getting some running room.
Ian Davis now trying to get outside, but is taken down for, and here comes a flag in late. And that late flag may be a 15-yard penalty against the Thundering Herd. We'll see.
Maybe a block in the back.
Well, I saw a Miner go down. Holding, yeah, it's against Nevada Union.
Oh, that's huge. That is a momentum killer.
So 4:10 to go. And the Miners behind 14-7. They have had a hard time putting a complete drive together all night. And it's now going to be 1st and 25.
Just about the time that some field position and some field position advantage came the Miners' way, that penalty.
Tyler Houlihan in at quarterback. There it is to Pay. Pay gives it right back to Tyler, and he throws a poor ball that's incomplete, intended for Connor Fuller.
Not only was it a poor ball, it was in traffic, Jim. That was very questionable. Play took a while to...
I'm looking on the sidelines for Kyle Cota, and I just don't see him. Perhaps Kyle has been taken back to the locker room. So a 2nd down and 25. A handoff, but that may gain about 3 yards, but it's going to be 3rd down and 22.
I don't see Kyle Cota on the sideline either, Jim, and I didn't see him taken off. Earlier, Gil Dominguez was saying that somebody was hurt, had a hurt knee. Maybe that was Cota.
Back to pass, gets the blocking, throws deep. Davis cannot quite get it. Off the fingertips of Ian Davis.
And Davis had to make an adjustment in his pattern. The ball was not thrown exactly where he needed to be, but he did make that adjustment and was able to reach up, thumbs together, and get both hands on the ball, but just couldn't pull it down. Here's a replay. That's number 7. That is Tyler Houlihan throwing that ball, and watch, he's a little bit of an adjustment right here, just off the outside. It's perhaps catchable, but perhaps not.
And so here we go. Houlihan to punt, gets away a booming kick. Ball lands in bounds and then finally goes out, and it looks like it will be spotted at about the 20-yard line.
Close your mic, please, Gil. Thank you.
So the Thundering Herd again with another great chance. 3:09 to go in the 3rd quarter, ahead 14-7. They'll start at the 19-yard line of Elk Grove. And the Miners need a good stop here, and then they've got to figure out how they're going to move the ball.
The most significant play in that last series, Jim, was the penalty, unfortunately, that drove them back 15 yards.
1st down, very little yardage. Vallejo, a monster all night, again on the stop. At the bottom of the pile coming up with the ball is Christian Dupont. That's a gain of 1 and a 2nd and 9.
With Cota out of the lineup, Jim, I'm wondering how many snaps Houlihan has been taking in practice. This is the first time we've seen him in 4 games.
Well, he takes quite a few snaps, but, you know, I believe that the team definitely would like to have its first-string quarterback out there. So 2nd and 9. Handoff, stutter step, but not much there, and then breaks through. Miners can't take him down, and finally they do. Dion Ransom has been a wrecking crew all night.
Just about the time you think you got him. the guy uses his power, his legs, and his upper body strength and gets away. Watch the replay. Watch this. I thought he was down the backfield here. How many touches? He gets one.
Gabe has a shot at him.
Right there. I thought he was down, and he's still on his feet.
There's Big Boy having a shot at him. And Miguel Espinoza had a shot. Now back to live action. This looks like it could be a pass. Throws incomplete. Very poorly thrown ball. I think his intended receiver was number 48, Josh Latingasanoa.
Very well said. But the fact is it could have been to anybody as badly as that ball was thrown.
So that's a 2nd down and 10. There have been only a handful of passes tonight, none of them complete. But with 1:49 to go in the 3rd quarter, they still have a 7-point lead, 14-7, and the Miners are going to have to try to figure out how to even up this game. But first, they've got to stop the Thundering Herd on this drive. Flags come in early.
I think we're going to get an offside penalty here. Let's see. Yeah, the Herd's moving backwards.
Dead ball foul. It's motion. And so that'll make it a 2nd down and 15. So, Paul, you would think that at this point the Thundering Herd are really in passing territory.
But they haven't got a passing game to draw on, so what are they going to do now? You know what's been working for them? It's inside the tackles. In fact, even inside the guards. They have been winning that battle on the line of scrimmage. Let's
Clock
see if
is
they go
supposed
there.
to start, but nobody sees it. So here's Ransom on the carry, but the Miners do an excellent job there of stopping him. And so that's got to make it a 3rd down and long. 1.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter.
If they've got some unique play in their bag, I think this is the time they're going to bring it out. Maybe a reverse, maybe a screen pass.
And here is the replay. Miners with some good there's Gabe, Tanner Vallejo again. What a game by Vallejo tonight. So back to pass, throws, and that's complete.
They can stop him
and
before
it's
he
a
gets
first down.
He gets the first down.
So the first completion of the game by Elk Grove is huge, and they get a first down.
They will move the chains, and the clock will continue to run. 58 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And, Jim, you have to say that the Thundering Herd has won this 3rd quarter.
Absolutely. And the Miners, without the services of their quarterback, Kyle Cota, seems even
more suspect.
Yeah, more challenged.
Absolutely.
So a 1st and 10. Miners did a great job on that last series, except for the 3rd down completion. Back to pass again. Throws. Completes. The first reception of the night by Mikey Wright. And catches a big seam in the Miners' coverage, and Wright gets down into Miners' territory at the 39, and that will be a first down.
So if it doesn't succeed the first 7 times, you throw the ball, and finally you're going to get something. What's happening is he's throwing shorter patterns, and he's wide open. This is a blown coverage. There's nobody there.
Not a well-thrown ball, just an open receiver. 1st and 10. Tommy Arnold.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground, and I think the Miners have got it. Let's see. They're pointing that way. I think Sandoval jumped on it, number 99.
Nope, the ball is the Thundering Herd's ball. In fact, Arnold came out of the pile with the ball. And that very well might be the last play of this quarter. We are down to 5 seconds to go in the 3rd, and that will do it for 3 quarters of football. A stingy defense-first game finds at the end of 3, 14-7 in favor of the Thundering Herd.
All right, we'll be
Well, Paul, it's going to be an interesting fourth quarter, and I think it goes without saying that these Miners are very challenged here in the fourth.
No doubt about it. More significantly, the two pass plays that advance the ball down into Thundering Herd territory now puts them in 4-down territory. We know they don't like to throw the ball, and we know they have no problem running 4 plays in the series. So there's our line.
I'd like to remind you, too, to be sure and join us next week. It is bye week for Nevada Union, so we're going to turn our coverage to Placer, the Placer Hillmen versus the El Dorado Cougars. Next week promises to be a good game for Placer. El Dorado a little bit weak. Next Saturday, 8 o'clock, NCTV Comcast Channel 11, NCTV Suddenlink Channel 16. And, Paul, this will be my last game for a couple weeks. Need to go take care of a little business.
Go have yourself a little vacation like I did last week or 2 weeks ago, and we will see you back here after the Granite Bay game.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I expect you to help the team get some points.
So we will see you back when Del Oro comes back here, and that will be on the 14th.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
We'll be into league play then, Jim.
And so here comes a 2nd down and 10 play. And as you said, Paul, probably a good observation. You would think that Elk Grove would be in 4-down territory, but they've also got to be saying to themselves, hey, let's punt to them. They haven't scored a touchdown all night. They've been challenged to move the ball. Here's the 2nd down. Big
right up
hole.
the middle.
Breaks into the secondary. A nice saving tackle there by Brandon Loper.
And I'll tell you, Robert Frazier is fired up. You can see him pumping his fist after that play. This Thundering Herd right now, Jim, I got to say it, they look like a team that wants it more. Here it comes, right up the middle. Here's Frazier following his back right up the middle. There's no touches so far. Finally, good spear tackle at the end. That was Brandon Loper.
Elk Grove takes a timeout. Here comes the Miners over to the sidelines. There you see Connor Fuller. And for Nevada Union, this Thundering Herd team is a difficult team to stop. Now, they haven't gotten the points that they've gotten the last 4 weeks. They certainly haven't been as dominant as they've been the last 4 weeks. However, Nevada Union has been very challenged in moving the ball against this tough defense.
On top of that, we've got Houlihan in now at quarterback, so we don't have the accurate and trusting arm with Coda in the game right now. Let's say that the Herd does manage to get a score here. Coach Humphers is going to have to open his game up a little more. He's going to have to start throwing the football. 12 minutes left is still plenty of time, but he needs to get one score back. Let's see how this particular series comes out. The Miners, they desperately need to stop right here.
1st and 10. Wattis Parker in the backfield.
Big
This
hole.
one goes off to Ransom, and another huge gain by Dion Ransom. And right now, Elk Grove seems unstoppable, and that is Christian DuPont. Jamie Weiss onto the field very quickly, as is, it looks like, Doc Curtis now coming on out. And DuPont did not look very good at the end of that play.
No, he certainly didn't. They're looking him over right now. And they're looking at the knee.
And he's hitting you saw him hitting his head against the turf in frustration.
Let's hope it's not in pain.
And for the Miners to lose both Coda and DuPont in tonight's contest would most certainly be a challenge to them. We expect for, I think without a doubt, Connor Keith and Pat Chappell to be back in the contest in 2 weeks. Miners next Friday face a bye week. And in the bye week, of course, they get that week off. And there's a good picture of Christian DuPont as he comes off the field. Jamie Weiss there on your left. And there's Dave Humphers in the background. And this does not look good for the Miners either. And he's taken right over to the treatment table. And a 2nd down and 3. 11:36 to go in this contest. There's the pitch. Ransom again. Cuts inside. I think he may be short of the 1st down. And he will be. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 1. The Miners 1 score tonight, coming off of a defensive play by Josiah Pay. Paul, who are, after this play, let's talk about some of your nominees for player of the game. So 3rd down and 1. And runs for the 1st down, does Arnold.
Straight up the middle, not touched. That time the center took Big Boy right out, took him to the left, and he just went right off the center's block up the middle, got an easy 5-6 yards. So, Jim, they're inside the 10.
They are. 1st and goal for the Thundering Herd. In an attempt to drive a nail in the Miners' coffin here in the opening moments of the 4th quarter. Up the middle, but the Miners do a good job defensively that time. Gabe Humphers right in the middle of that, as is Connor Fuller. And the report down on the field says that it's a right knee for Christian DuPont. 10 minutes exactly to play. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Left side, Miners trying to string it out, and they do.
And who's right there? That's Hank Humphers. Big number 8 coming, putting the big wrap around him. Telling Robert Frazier it's not going to happen this time.
And you know, with Paul, with as much success as they've had going straight forward, why would they do a pitch there?
That's a pitch, and they're trying to test those outside corners, and Humphers is saying, Nice play, Hank.
Tyler Houlihan in also on the play, but Hank Shirley with a good tackle, and so 3rd and goal now from the 10. So what will Elk Grove call here? Back to pass.
Roll him out.
A lot of room there. Throws. Oh, right through the hands of Tanner Vallejo.
Tanner wants that one back. That was 6 points, and he knows it. Tanner Vallejo read it perfectly. The ball was badly thrown over the head. Tanner was running before he caught it, and he knows it. Let's watch this right here. Mike. There it is. And Tanner.
Oh, it went up a little too late.
He did. He wasn't expecting such an errant pass. It looks like they're going to try for a field goal here now, Jim.
They are. Sing in for the field goal. This will be a 28-yard attempt.
Judging from his extra points, he's got plenty of leg for this. Big play.
Ball is kicked, and it is good. 8:51 to go in this contest. And Elk Grove takes a 17-7 lead. Paul, let me ask you this. What is it going to take for Nevada Union to turn this around and have a good offensive series?
You know, that's a very good question. And I think, one, let's see if we can get a return right off the kickoff. That would be significant. 2, let's do what has been working. And we know that the pass and the flats has been working pretty much all night. Now, granted, we don't have our first-string quarterback in, but Houlihan seems to be very proficient. He's been throwing some nice balls. If I was Coach Humphers, would go back to those passes that have been working, see if we can get some yardage, and be very protective of the clock even this early.
It will be interesting to see what the prognosis is on Kyle Cota. He seemingly has left the sidelines, which isn't a good sign. So Singh to kick off here. High and deep and out of into the end zone for a touchback. So Singh doing a good job, much the same as Sill does, having kicked that ball into the end zone.
And the Miners will be relegated to the 20-yard line to start this very important offensive drive. Down 10 points, Jim. 9 minutes left on the clock.
Houlihan back in at quarterback. Jogs in with Connor Fuller. Under center, 1st and 10, man in motion, rolls right, and he is going to be sacked.
That is an understatement. He is sandwiched, and he is sandwiched badly. Looking for a pass over the middle and not getting enough time to look, set, and throw. Houlihan loses about 10. Here's a replay. Now watch, he really doesn't have time here, Jim. And you know, when you have a substitute quarterback in, it's not a bad idea to blitz him and see if he can handle the pressure. Well, they don't even need to blitz him. Number 36 goes right by his man. Never a chance.
And so back to live action, a 2nd down and 18. Handoff to Pay, and then it's a reverse. Here comes Gabe. Gabe moves upfield nicely. Nice gain by Nevada Union.
There's a face mask there if they catch it. Gabe, though, got a big chunk of yardage back again. Looks like he is going to be maybe 4 yards in the 5 yards in the plus here from the original line of scrimmage. It'll make it 3rd down and 5.
Need to get to exactly the tip of the 30-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go. Houlihan in the shotgun. Pay in motion. Rolls. Tries to pick it up. Throws long. Hoffheinz is open, but it's over his head. Oh! Hoffheinz wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him.
And we have another player down on the field. He's lost his helmet. It's a Thundering Herd player.
And that
it's Robert Frazier.
It is. Boy, what a missed opportunity there, Paul.
And again, you can't blame it on Houlihan, who has taken, I'm guessing, relatively few snaps from center, but if he had just stopped.
If he just floated it up there,
yeah.
Hoffheinz was so open, he could have made the reception.
No, it would have been 6 points, no questions. So look, they're on the field now, attending to Robert Frazier.
Frazier carried a good portion of the load earlier on tonight. .7:16 to go. And it's going to be a 4th down and 3. And Paul, do the Miners roll the dice and go for it here? They are at the 26-yard line of Nevada Union.
Boy, that's a good question, and I'll tell you what, I was thinking about that prior to the last play. If it was me, I think I'd punt the football. Still early. You got 7:16. They're down 10 points, but they're not lining up in punt formation, Jim.
Houlihan under center. Will they try to draw the Thundering Herd off sides?
Yeah, freeze play right here might work.
And they were successful.
Nice.
And the culprit for the Thundering Herd is Bourne, Canada. So Canada having committed 2 major offenses tonight.
And that'll move the chains. That's huge.
So the Miners get another shot at it, 1st and 10. They have to wait for the chain gang to move the chains.
You know, we have not seen the quarterback in the shotgun like this. I'm assuming it's because Houlihan.
And a poorly thrown ball for
Yeah.
Gabe Humphers. A screen over on that side is incomplete. Tyler just off a step as far as the passing game goes in these here in the second half. 7:07 to play. Miners with a first down, and they're going to need to just gut it out here. Second down. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Throws. Complete. Connor Fuller at the 50, the 45. Gets into Thundering Herd territory.
And hand that one to Houlihan. Houlihan had the presence of mind to look downfield. He was being pursued. And watch Houlihan. He's going to pull that ball down. He's got white jerseys coming in for the sandwich job, and he gets that ball away right on the numbers. Connor catching the ball, securing it after the tackle. Big play by the Miners here in the fourth quarter.
So a first down at the 44 of Elk Grove. Man in motion, but back to pass. Here's a screen, and it's dropped. No, it was a forward pass dropped by Nate Dick, or correct, by Tanner Vallejo.
Well, the guy is a linebacker. You know, I expect him to have hands of concrete, but that time Vallejo, it hit him right where it shouldn't have in his hands.
Dickinson in, Gabe Humphers in. 6.5 minutes exactly to play. Handoff to Gabe Humphers, but no yardage on the play. That'll bring up a third down and long. Loses a half a yard.
Here it is right here, and they just collapse. That is the defensive line winning the battle right there.
So third down, inside of 6 minutes to go. Back to pass, throws long, again the receiver there, but it's going to be overthrown, and it's going to be intercepted. And a good return. And for Nevada Union, that may have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The interception by Anthony Galindo.
And Houlihan knows that he threw a ball out there just basically up for grabs. It wasn't even close to any receivers. He didn't take his time and look it over. And you really can't fault Houlihan. He's coming in for Cota, who went down earlier. But that ball's a punt.
So the Thundering Herd with 5:37 to go with a chance to finish this game off with their running game. Miners in need of a turnover at this point. Up the middle. Miners do a great job. Gabe Humphers at the bottom of the pile. Tanner Vallejo again with the main man in on the stop. 2nd and 9.
Not hurrying to bring the play in, using every second of the clock.
5 minutes to go.
Back in the game is Frazier.
Oh
There
boy,
he goes.
this may very well be a touchdown. Tyler Houlihan can't get him, and this will be a score for the Thundering Herd. Robert Frazier on the carry, and that stretches the lead to 23-7. What was a close game of 7-7 at halftime has been blown open by the Thundering Herd in the third and fourth quarters, and with 4:49 to play, they are poised to put their 24th point on the board. Sing in for the extra point. In no hurry. High pass. Throws it deep into the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the it looks like there's going to be a penalty at the conclusion of the play. Hank Humphers did a good job of hitting Anthony Galindo, and Galindo just did not like that.
And he just gave him a little shove back. It's going to cost him 15 yards on the kickoff.
So the Miners are going to probably get good field position.
They're going to get that, Jim, and they're also going to probably be handed their first loss of the season here. And the reason I think is because of injury mostly. You got to understand that we lost our first string quarterback, and when that very important cog is taken out of a very, very good wheel, you're going to have problems. Here's a replay. Now this is Frazier. Let me remind you, he was just taken off the field because he was injured, but it doesn't look like the guy's injured here. He just flat outruns everybody. Tyler Houlihan in pursuit, but that foot race is going to be won by Frazier.
And there is Brandon Loper also in pursuit, but neither were successful. You know, here's what I'm going to say. This game was won in the second half by the Elk Grove defense. Miners have not scored an offensive touchdown tonight. The only points that they've gotten is off a Josiah Pay return for a touchdown.
Off of that fumble, you're right.
So here we go. Sing to kick off high and deep. Back goes Humphers, and what an excellent kick. Here comes Humphers, tries to break it loose, gets back up to the 37-yard line where the Miners will take it 1st and 10.
So the Miners will take over 4:41 here. It will take something short of a miracle here to get. They'll need to put a score on the scoreboard immediately.
Well, this is going to be a tall order against what has been an excellent defense, because no matter what they say, the defense can say, hey, we gave up 0 points tonight, because the only points that were scored were by the Nevada Union defense. Back is Houlihan. He throws over the middle. That's a completion to Jake Hoffheinz, close to a first down, probably a yard short.
Getting the play in quickly now.
And for some reason, the clock was stopped. Miners come up over the ball, but the spot of the ball was incorrect. Now they get it down properly, and it's much closer to a first down. 4.5 minutes exactly remaining. Handoff. Ian Davis. Flag comes in the Nevada Union backfield. Normally a spot where it would be holding, and it is holding against Nevada Union.
So adding insult to injury here, Nevada Union will be backed up now. It'll be 2nd down and 15. They will sort out the spot here.
Fans beginning to head for the exits. And the undefeated streak of Nevada Union will come to an end here tonight at Hooper Stadium. 4:23 to play. And the officials are having a really hard time trying to figure out what to do here.
I think it's pretty straightforward foul here. You know what I think the problem was is they hadn't moved the chains after the first down. And I was confused by that in the sideline as well. So now it will be 1st and 25 where the chain crew had it 1st and 1. I think it's all sorted out now.
So first down for Nevada Union, 1st and 25.
Straight handoff, and the ball goes on the ground. It looks like it's going to be recovered by the Thundering Herd.
Nate Dickinson on the carry on a slow developing play, and he fumbles it over for the Thundering Herd.
And the fans across the way are on their feet. The Herd knows that this is a significant win.
We'd like to remind you we'll be presenting Player of the Game at about the 1 minute mark. 4:14 left to go. Handoff up the middle. Miners do a good job of stopping it. Frazier on the carry. And now Connor Fuller is coming up lame. And Fuller will limp out. And following him on the play will be Terry Graham. Another flag flies on this 2nd down play. Less than 3.5 minutes to go.
And that will be marched off. As the Herd will march backwards here. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in this game. Many of the NU loyal fans are still here, sitting, waiting. Going to see it to the end.
And, you know, a lot of people all throughout the section were talking about this game tonight. It was supposed to be a big showdown, but Elk Grove has come in here and ruined homecoming, and they have played very well. The clock running almost down to the 3 minute mark. And let's face it, they have a very good defense, Paul.
They do.
If somebody had said that they're only going to put 23 points up, you'd think, well, we got a chance here. Especially if you'd said we would get 1 touchdown defensively.
And this player right here, you'd have to say Robert Frazier, along with his counterpart in the backfield, Dion Ransom, are just flat out good. They are excellent. They don't have much of a passing game, but when they needed the pass, they did manage to execute and move the ball on a pass. We did see that. But basically this offense is built around these 2 backs, and they're darn good.
Nevada Union takes a timeout. And you see a pretty good-sized crowd that has taken the hour and 20-minute trip from Elk Grove to be here tonight across the way. The Thundering Herd has to be very pleased with their performance tonight. Paul, they put on a very good exhibition.
Yes, they certainly did. No, you got to hand it to the Thundering Herd, Jim. They were the best team on the field in the second half, no doubt about it.
If someone had said before the game, do you think that the Miner offense would go scoreless, we'd probably have looked at them like they were crazy. But nonetheless, that is what the Elk Grove defense has orchestrated here tonight.
But if somebody had also said that Coda was going to go down in the second half and they were going to lose their first-string quarterback, a very significant player on that team, that also would be one of the reasons why they haven't scored here in the second half.
We look down on the sidelines, and DuPont is sitting there with his leg raised.
I still don't see Coda.
No, I think he has retired for the evening. Here comes a run, being pursued. A nice tackle by Tyler Houlihan, and the run by Dion Ransom.
On the left, number 2, Gina Ransom.
And it looks like the Miners have taken another timeout.
So let's talk about player of the game here, Jim. There's a number of players I like. I like Sandoval. Sandoval has been solid in the middle. And it's presented by Bill Slade and Sons Trucking. We always choose 3 players, one to get this award, and then the second and third player of the game. We called Sandoval's number often. We called it early. He's done a great job coming in. He's clogged up the middle. We've seen him make some significant tackles. I'm going to give him third. And then Tanner Vallejo's played an excellent game. He has been solid, and we have called his number. I didn't say it earlier, but he leads the team in tackles for the season with 38 prior to this game. I'm going to give him number 2 spot, and then what are you thinking? You thinking Josiah?
Well,
Bay.
you know, the Miners only scored 7 points tonight, and Josiah had some very good gains offensively, and is the holder of the only of 6 of the 7 Miner points.
True.
So Josiah Pay, our first star of the game, Tanner Vallejo, number 2, and Sandoval, number 3. Now back to pass. Miners pursuing, throws, and a nice completion. 2 flags fly. And the ball goes deep inside the Miner territory, inside the 5-yard line. And let's see what this call will be.
And I'll tell you what, the Herd is not letting down. They're going to try and push another one in. They want this to be a solid and significant win. It's a statement win, scoring this many points on the Miners. Let's see what the flag is here. It will be brought back.
And a very nice run on the play, which will be negated by Josh Ledigasanamios. And it looks like it's going to be 4th down and about 6. Well, no, now they're going to take it back. And it'll be, they're showing 4th down and 13. And the clock runs with 2:20 to go. So here we go, big 4th down play. Gets away from the first man, but not the second. And finally taken down on the play.
It was Garrett Cook, number 42.
And so Nevada Union will take up the ball with 1 tick less than 2 minutes to play. 1:59.
Here's a replay. Here's Cook coming in. You'll see they tried some deception here, and there was nothing doing. First one on the ball, the first touch was made by Austin Marks, and then Cook comes right in behind him to finish it off.
So the Miners get it with 1:59 to go. Houlihan with 1 more shot at quarterback. We look down on the field, and Christian DuPont, his right knee is heavily wrapped, and he's walking with a limp. Rolling left, nobody to throw to, and he's going to be sacked for a 10-yard loss. And NU takes a timeout. That
Here's
should be their 3rd and final.
And you can see he's looking. He's getting some time here, but he wants to throw it in the flats. He hasn't set himself. And now, seeing the pursuit come in, changes field direction in his tackle.
And a nice play there by Matt Nugent with the tackle by the Thundering Herd.
Minute 47 seconds here. Coach Humphreys is going to take the opportunity. He's talking to his boys in the field.
And the Thundering Herd has to feel exceptionally good about their performance tonight. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. And you know, let me say this, Paul. Sometimes a loss at this point in the season is actually a good thing because it surely gets the team's attention. Now, if it's combined with critical injuries, then that might be a different story. But sometimes it's good. This is not a league game. Back to pass, sidestepping, throws, incomplete. Went right through the hands of Connor Fuller. And so that will bring up a third down and long.
You too. Yeah.
So almost all of the top-ranked teams now, with the exception of the Thundering Herd, have lost a game. And this is going to be a third and a long ways. Oh, and here comes Nate Dickinson, and he gets some of the penalty yardage back on the wraparound draw. And now with 1:25 to play, the Miners are faced with a 4th down and 11. Out of timeouts.
Houlihan comes off the field and looking to bring in a new play from Coach Humphers. Here's a replay. We've seen this wraparound draw play.
Nate had a hard time with that. It was kind of behind his back, and he had to whip it around.
Good little play by Nate after getting the ball.
So 4th down, and Josiah Pay has to reposition one of the players, and now delay of game against the Miners.
Penalties against the Miners, delay of game.
Josiah was helping out number 21.
Anthony Aruja.
And Aruja, we don't see him in much. Need to be moved out in the slot.
Josiah comes off the field, a big night for Josiah Pay. .48 seconds to go. 4th down and long. And they hand the ball off to Nate Dickinson, and he gets very little yardage on the play.
I think they pushed him backwards, so they're going to give the ball up.
So our number 3 star of the game, Alex Sandoval. Number 2, Tanner Vallejo. Our player of the game, Josiah Pay. And as Elk Grove, you can see them on your right as they begin to celebrate. With 42 seconds to play, they could just have one kneel down, and this game should be over. And that's what they're going to do. And a delay, that probably will be delay of game.
I believe you're right there, and they're going to make them do the kneel down 5 yards further in their own territory, but a lot of disappointment here. You can feel it in the crowd tonight, Jim.
Well, you know, this is a good team. We knew that coming in. This Thundering Herd team is a very good team. Obviously, they're going to have an opportunity to really make some noise, not only in their league, but also in the playoffs. You would think so, at least, I would say. And so for the Miners, a chance to go back to the chalkboard, figure out what they're going to do offensively. The defense has not had a horribly bad game tonight, Paul.
No, they really haven't. But they certainly ran into a couple of very fine halfbacks and runners. I'm sure Coach Humphers, being the good coach that he is, will take this opportunity as learning experience for this team, Jim.
So that's the final. 23-7. Elk Grove prevails tonight. We'll be back with some comments in just a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family's been feeding Nevada County football players and their families since 1959. October marks 52 years of service to our community. At SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, complete deli section, locally grown produce, and a post office. Everything you need that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Join us next week when when the Placer Hillmen take the spotlight. Next Saturday at 8 o'clock, Placer Hillmen will play the El Dorado Cougars, NCTV Comcast 11, NCTV Suddenlink Channel 16. Our game of the week for next Saturday night, the 1st of October. We'll be back with our player of the game in
Grass
just
Valley
a
Eye
moment.
Care has been serving our community for over 10 years. Grass Valley Eye Care is the only optometrist offering evening appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Saturday appointments for your convenience. We carry a wide selection of frames, have an optical lab on site, and our new Vizio office machine is the latest technology in corrective lenses. So whether it's contact lenses, glasses, or complete eye care, let Grass Valley Eye Care assist you with all your vision needs.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
Our player of the game, number 18, Josiah Pay. Josiah responsible for 6 of the 7 points tonight, albeit defensively. In addition to that, he had a very good game offensively when he got his hands on the ball. He did a very good job, so our player of the game is Josiah Pay. And we will be back with some final comments in just a moment. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union football. This is the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
We got the very best sliced fresh reputation. Select meat and cheese and veggie celebration. Fresh baked bread is such a temptation to make part of subs your destination.
Make Port of Subs your destination for the rockin' classic turkey bacon avocado.
I've seen this happen many times.
Turkey, tasty bacon, fresh avocado, provolone cheese. You'll love this cold medium sandwich.
A deal of a meal that's an inspiration to make Port of Subs your destination.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Welcome to Grass Valley Glass, family owned and operated by the Stallman family since 1989. Grass Valley Glass is your local expert in the repair of single and dual pane windows. And don't forget about your auto, truck, or motorhome. Grass Valley Glass also offers same-day repair or replacement on all your auto glass needs, and we work with all insurance companies. Remember, if it's glass, it's Grass Valley Glass.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
Miners lose tonight, 23-7, here from Art Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union. And tonight it was the perfect storm for the Thundering Herd, a suffocating defense and an offense that just got the job done in the second half, Paul.
That's so true. And let's face it, you've got to hand it to the Herd. They came on the field, and in the second half certainly were the better team of the two. Now, you have to say that the injuries did hurt us, and that the Miners will use this as a learning experience and a trampoline, hopefully, for the games that they will have certainly coming up. Jim, I'm going to miss you next couple of weeks.
Yes, I know it. We won't be back again until 2 weeks when Nevada Union starts league play, and they'll start that at Granite Bay on the 7th, and then Del Oro at Nevada Union on the 14th. Our executive producer, director, Gilbert M. Dominguez. Remote coordinator, Sean Kashevsky. Camera operators, Anthony Sturt, Ted Vincent, Sean Kashevsky, and Daniel Paddock. Announcers, Jim Adams and Paul Brown. Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome, Jimmy. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Very good. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. Remote facilities by Commander 2 and Commander 2 maintenance, technical equipment by Grass Valley when the world is watching. And Commander maintenance by Reeby's Auto Parts, Plaza Tire and Auto. Feel free to write us at gil@touchdownproductions.com. We're always interested in your comments. For Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, and the rest of the Touchdown Productions team, this is Jim Adams reminding you that you've been watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union football on the Touchdown Productions television network. Good night, everybody.